I've only played a handful of raids over the past 3 weeks. This is partially due to having less time on my hands, but also because I felt like there is less incentive to play. With 20 million rubles and a stash full of everything I need, there's not a lot that has excited me about playing Tarkov recently, and this is exacerbated by the feeling that all I'm doing right now is money runs to sell items on the flea market, even though I'm not struggling for money. Either that or going in for PvP and always coming up against the same few weapons while using the same few weapons. Today, I'm making a stand. I'm Gaz, welcome to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to stick around. I make Escape from Tarkov videos at least once a week, sometimes more. So as I said, and as you'll probably see from the title of this video, I'm making a stand and changing the way I'm playing Tarkov for the foreseeable future. I've played hardcore, and while it was an enjoyable experience, I really can't keep up with the schedule of videos like some of the other top streamers and content creators who do this full time. Instead, I've come up with a more sustainable rule set that I can enjoy myself, and occasionally post update videos for my viewers to see how I'm progressing. So here are the rules I'll be following, at least for the rest of this wipe and possibly going forward. First, no buying or selling on the flea market. Second, no scav runs. Third, no insurance. Fourth, healing must be done outside of raid, not through therapist. They look like a lot of the hardcore rules, don't they? Well, there is a rule that is missing from that list that would make it hardcore, and that is buying and selling from traders. As I said before, this challenge is supposed to be easier to follow and more sustainable than hardcore Tarkov. Most of these rules tackle the core issue I have found to be a problem for a while in Escape from Tarkov, and that is money. Let's break these rules down then. The first is clearly an attack on the free-flowing money in Tarkov. I've made a couple of videos in the past on the issue of the flea market constantly inflating the economy and allowing anyone in the game to kit out in meta gear, and why I think that's a problem. Secondly, removing scav runs means no risk, potential high reward crutches. While scav runs are in the game, I'll always advocate newer players to do them when they are available, but personally I find them to be free money and don't add a lot to the vision of EFT. I do think scav runs have a place in Tarkov, but I think they should be more focused on the storytelling of a day in the life of a scav and less focus on free money. Limiting myself to no insurance means that if I die, I actually lose everything I took in with me. Personally, I find insurance to be not only extremely unrealistic, but, again, another way that money is recycled and gear is made less valuable as you're likely to get it back, especially late in the wipe. Healing outside of raids seems a small thing, but it does mean I have to ensure I'm picking up the best value meds from raids and vendors while managing money more efficiently. So they're the rules, here's the why. In short, changing my playstyle like this shrinks Tarkov down to what I believe is its original vision. The game has become quite bloated with a lot of systems, and this challenge will bring more strategy and thought back to playing each raid. On the subject of changing my playstyle and other things to consider, there are two fundamental differences here. Firstly, the list of high value items changes between flea market and vendors. Some items are worth a pittance to vendors usually, but a lot on the flea, and that's going to be something I have to keep in mind to really ensure that I make the most of the space I have available. Barter trades are going to be much more important than usual too. And secondly, again, as with the hardcore challenge, hideout management is now going to be huge. I want to start getting the hideout fueled up and ready to go as soon as possible, meaning things like bolts, screws, and other building materials are going to be very important to throw in the secure container to give myself the best start possible. A note on the account I'm using: as I've reset my main account, I do have the Edge of Darkness Edition starting gear, as well as the Gamma container and larger stash space. This does make, and will continue to make, a massive difference as I start holding on to more quest items, but in the grand scheme of things I don't mind this and don't think it actively takes away from the challenge. My big hope for this challenge is that, if you also choose to follow it for the remainder of this wipe with me, it will show that Tarkov is more interesting and exciting when money is harder to come by, and budget kits, as well as a bigger variety of lower level weapons are used. As much as I wish that Battlestate would reel the game back in and make some of these ideas a reality themselves, it's left on us, the community, to make the game into what we want. Tarkov at its core currently is a sandbox and a place where we make our own fun. This is how I intend to make mine for the rest of this wipe at least. You'll have seen some background footage of my first couple of raids on screen as this video has gone on. As traders are of huge importance, my first priority was to unlock Jaeger by finding his camp on woods, which I achieved on the second try. It's going to be tough, but I look forward to the challenge. I'd love for you guys to join me in resetting your accounts and following these rules with me, then letting me know how you get on either here or on Twitter, where you can find me at Gazabite. If you're looking forward to seeing more of this challenge, let me know with a like and subscribe to stick around. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.